Hello again, America. This is part two about living in America in the dark. My subject is, from the last subject, is that our constitutional rights about freedom of speech and expression without being criticized, like Colin Kaepernick and other people that has been down the same road that he has been down. And I'll say again, people who have high school diplomas or college degree, y'all need to tear them up because it's worth nothing if you don't respect the Constitution. Because, like I said again, when I go to McDonald's, I'm expecting to get a hamburger, not a hot dog. And this society does not know how to identify, from a hot dog stand to a hamburger place. We live in a very confused type of society that it seems like. We have an air mine type of society. We have self denial, our biggest problem. We don't like to admit of things that's going on in our country behind the scenes. You know, we don't like to all. Now, I'm not speaking for every American. I'm talking about for those shoes that fits, the self denial shoes, the blind eye shoes, the I don't know shoes, the wandering minds, the mind control shoes. I can go on down and down and down and down. So if you fit those shoes, then I'm talking to you. I ain't talking to the open minded people or the people that has an eye to see and ear to hear. The ones who wants to listen and try to understand and their environment because life is like a science project, people. It's like a science project. If I said that word right. You have to understand how this world works. Through all sources, through all, when people talk about I believe in Jesus and God and all that, that's not all it. It's a science of knowledge you have to understand behind that. Buddhism, Hinduism, spiritual, universe, energy, vibration, mind control, frequencies, going down the list. You have to understand what makes men tick. What makes Donald Trump act the way that he does. There's a lot of things that we have to understand. How the human brain works, how the universe works with the human body, how the spiritual world works, aliens. I can go on down the list of many things. That's why I say living in America in the dark. And so when we have these type of problems, we have what you call the wandering mind, confused mind. If you don't make your mind solid enough to control your emotions, more self-educated you get, more stronger you get. You know, especially for black people, we pretty much are self-educated in a lot of ways. But we've been taught to learn how to understand the white man's education more than our own education. I did the opposite. I learned on my own education. Because I'm seeing people on their jobs and everywhere else in schools looking like they're not educated at all. They're just going through the process, going through the motions, looking like they're educated, but they're not. They pretending like they are, but they're not. And that's one of the problems. Living in the dark in America. You know, so, excuse my throat. It's kind of itchy a little bit, you know. Got a little cough going on. But we have to learn how to be open-minded people and understanding. You know, women right now today are separating themselves from men more than ever before. And men now today, not all of them, not all women either, but there's a big gap in between men and women now these days. A major big gap. A major big gap. And it's a shame. I'll probably do part 3 later on.